Hey guys, today I'm going to talk with you about 5 ways that you can connect with your spouse after having kids. Especially with baby number 2 along the way. We're a little over halfway there. This is going to be super important for me to review as well because it takes definite intentionality and a lot of hard work to stay connected with your spouse after kids. What can I say? You just love them so much that you want to give them all your attention. But I've noticed firsthand that that is just not okay, not a healthy thing for our relationship long term. Of course, you want to give them all the love and the snuggles that they deserve and that you want to give them as a mom, but it's super important to prioritize the marriage. So hopefully these 5 things will be helpful for you. My husband and Aaron and I knew each other really well before having kids. Having been married for 6 years before adding a little one into the mix, we had a good long time to build our foundation of our relationship. Our routine was down. We would come home from work, have some alone time to fill our introverted tanks. We'd eat supper together and go on a walk and talk about anything from managing our finances to planning the week to playing a game of Would You Rather. And once our daughter Savannah came into the picture, our first instinct was to simply survive. The day-to-day tasks of taking care of a newborn were difficult enough to get used to, and I had little to no brain power or energy left over to intentionally work on my relationship with Aaron. Who knew that such a little person could change everything that we do? Now, my relationship with my husband was somewhat cryptic. We were so tired that neither of us was making much sense, and our couple time had shifted from meaningful conversations about life and faith to talking about how many ounces Savannah ate last and whether or not she pooped. Good stuff, huh? So that's when I knew it was time to make a change and get our marriage back on track. I wish I could tell you that it was an easy 3-step plan and that everything will go right back to normal, but that wouldn't be the truth. Honestly, by themselves, I don't know if any of the things that I'm about to recommend will bring about a permanent change, but I do believe that with cooperation from both you and your partner, intentionality, and a bit of persistence, you will be able to connect with your partner again. Your relationship may even become richer now in your new role as parents. Okay, so here are the 5 ways to connect with your spouse after having kids. Number 1, have daily or weekly check-ins about life, finances, personal development. Make it a date. If you can get a babysitter or if you have parents or in-laws nearby to watch the kids, even better. But if you can't, set a time on your calendar. Maybe it's after the kids go to bed so that you can devote some undivided attention to each other. Number 2, if you can swing it, put the kids down at a reasonable and consistent hour so that you have the evening together with your spouse. Unwind and enjoy just being together before falling asleep. In our house, we put Savannah down at 7. Mind you, she's only 1 year old, and the schedule will change as she gets older, definitely. But for now, we are loving our time together in the evenings. Number 3, start to do more things together. Clean, cook, do yard work, do some house projects together. Get the family together, get the whole family involved. So instead of checking off your own individual lists, dividing and conquering, you can just turn up the music and do some of the jobs together. It turns out to be a lot of fun, and it can be a really simple way to connect with your spouse and get things done. Number 4, keep the smartphone out of the bedroom. Now, I will be the first to say that I struggle with this one because my smartphone is my alarm, my calendar, my radio, my notepad. Really, what did I ever do without one? Anyway, it's hard for me to not have my smartphone by my side, but there is a time to be plugged into the world outside your house, and there's a time to disconnect and fully appreciate what's happening in the moment right around you. If you're like me and you use your phone as your alarm, I heard about this awesome alarm clock light thing that mimics a sunrise getting lighter and lighter as it's closer to wake-up time. So I'll link that in the description below if any of you want to check that out. Number 5, write a mission statement together with your spouse outlining your mission and purpose as a family. I saved this one for last because I personally think that it is so important to have a mission statement. Among other benefits, it can be used to declutter your schedules in the front end by filtering your commitments through it before saying yes. We've noticed that time has become such a precious commodity to us. We just never seem to have enough of it. So we use our mission statement to help us prioritize commitments, that will support what we stand for as a family. For example, I may be asked to sing for a wedding, help pass out flyers for an event, host a game night for a family or friends, bake some cookies for a bake sale in a given month. Now, if I'm feeling the pressure to say yes to anything or to everything, I can take a look at our mission statement that we made together and prioritize what actually matters, even if that means saying no to most of the opportunities or even all of them. The key here is putting priority on the things that actually matter and not using all of your energy to do anything or everything that comes your way. I definitely want to dive a little deeper into a couple of the suggestions that I've given you, especially the mission statement. So I think I'm going to make another video or two to show you what each of those looks like in our household. That way you can get a clearer picture of how we connect as a family. But for now, hopefully I've given you some helpful ideas of ways that you can connect with your spouse or partner. I would also love to hear from you about the kinds of things that you do with your partner to make sure that your relationship stays rock solid, whether you have kids or not. So if you have any ideas, leave them in the comments below and I'd love to take a look. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, and if you're new to my page, be sure to hit the subscribe button so that way you don't miss any of the videos coming up. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll talk to you later.